Good morning, folks. It is December 14th, 2024, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some XRP face melting math. You heard me right. We're talking about melting faces. We're talking about math that's really going to be tough for some folks to wrap their minds around. For you guys in this community, you're tapped in and you get it. So without further ado, I'm going to get right on into this update because XRP is consolidating, looking like it's ready to make its next move up. We're going to talk about a new development, more treasury bills getting tokenized on the XRP ledger. A lot of developments taking place. This is all priming us before this XRP face melting math comes in, folks. Take a look at it. So we're going to get started here. XRP right now chopping sideways. After I wrapped up my live stream last night, XRP pushed up above $2.50 all the way up to about $2.53. So hopefully after I drop this video, XRP will pump again, but we'll see. Right now we're watching as XRP did backtest and come back down here to basically about 236. Now this is getting interesting to me because we just flipped. We just set a higher high and a higher low, relative to what we'd been doing this past week. So, is XRP getting ready to make that next leg up? It looks like it is. Now, charting guy here says, for your information, if XRP does still continue to follow 2017 fractal, we will likely continue to consolidate for another 2 weeks until Christmas time. Then we make our face melting move up for about a month until late January. And I think I covered it in last night's live show. He has targets for us going all the way to $8 XRP by January. Now back to the chart here, you can see the consolidation's taking place. And where's Christmas time? Let's slide out. Christmas time's right over here. So we could consolidate, make another stab up here to 260. Are we going to see $2 again? I don't know. There's once again going to be a massive buy wall at $2. So if we did get smacked, that'll get picked up here at $2. Consolidate for a bit, but it's looking like we're primed for a breakout here. Higher high, higher low. We'll continue to watch it. And if you want to talk about face melting math, well, stay tuned because there's more coming your way. XRP is the biggest winner of the Trump trade, but investors are split on how far its rally can run. You could say this about any asset after it's gone up substantially, or if an asset's sitting sideways, or if an asset's going down. There's always disagreement about how far, how much further it's going to go. But why I'm showing you this here is to acknowledge that CNBC, mainstream media, is finally having to acknowledge XRP. And not just our lawsuit, because that was the only time they covered it was, oh yeah, that Ripple company over there is getting sued. XRP, it's been flat, not doing anything. Well, that's no longer the case. We defeated the SEC, and now we've been running the show, and we're in control of this bull run. And CNBC and the likes are having to take notice, and they should sit down for a moment here and get away from their handlers, whoever's controlling them, to be so anti-XRP, and come have a conversation with us. As we continue to reiterate, XRP is the better Bitcoin. That's what my shirt right here says. This shirt is not listed on the website here yet, but it is on the way, so stay tuned for that. It's going to have the X patch on the front, and then on the back, I'll flip around real quick, and you'll see we got the better Bitcoin on the back. I don't know if you actually could see that or not, if that showed up properly on the screen, but you get the point. We've been adamant here that we've created a better Bitcoin, but all we've ever wanted was a level playing field. And through the mainstream media attacks, the slander, the disinformation campaigns ran against XRP, we have come out triumphant. And obviously this Trump pump has benefited XRP and XLM the most, most of our community's two biggest holdings. So we're doing really well so far. And what we're starting to see is that it's been the mainstream crypto bros, it's the Bitcoin maxis are in full panic, and now it's even the mainstream media like CNBC that's having to acknowledge, even on the 60 Minutes interview, they had to acknowledge that XRP had pumped up over 300%, and it was at the number 3 spot. It actually was a full swing of about 490%. It almost was a 5x gain between right before the election and that $2.90 high that we just hit. But we'll take the credit where we can get it, and we'll take the recognition, we'll take the attention. And once again, we're just going to continue to build on this momentum. More on that here shortly. Now, I got to disrupt our regular program here to give you guys the update on Fartcoin. I know. Trust me. Fartcoin's market cap has now surged to 643 million, making it larger than 85% of US publicly traded companies. Now I'm asking the question once again. How in the hell is Jerome Powell in the Federal Reserve about to cut interest rates next week when we still got Fartcoin pumping up here, now valuable than more than 85% of publicly traded US companies? I mean, this current reality, right? Go to school, get a job, work hard. Fartcoin, worth more than 85% of US companies. It's totally upside down. And you guys know what I've been saying. Hey, if they're going to go to the casino, build the casino on the XRP ledger and at least have them locking up and burning XRP and making our XRP reserve currency a little bit more scarce and a little bit more valuable. Thank you very much. Come trade your Fartcoin on the XRP ledger, for crying out loud. You're going to go trade it somewhere. Go trade it on the XRP ledger. I don't know if anybody's launched Fartcoin. I just had to share that because it's absolutely ridiculous. Back to institutions and real developments here in the crypto space. We have Alicia. I don't know how to pronounce this one, but Alicia is pleased to introduce our latest tokenized real-world asset US Treasury bills on the XRP ledger. Beginning next week, users can stake XRP to receive T-bill tokens and earn yield from the underlying asset. Now, I got to pause real quick. This is great. I understand that some folks want access to T-bills, and this is going to bring much greater access to treasuries by tokenizing them on the XRP ledger. That's fantastic for those that want a T-bill. I don't. You guys know how I feel about earning 4 and 5% right now, while inflation's running at basically the same pace or even higher. But with that being said, I wanted to address this because folks really need to understand this. Anybody that's coming and saying, oh, come stake your XRP, please understand that there is no staking within the XRP ledger. There is no way to generate yield off of putting your XRP anywhere other than the AMMs on the XRP ledger. So the only way to earn yield without going through a third party like this group is to put your assets to work in the AMM. Other than that, you are basically taking your XRP and you're going to go stake it, or in this regard, what it really is loan your XRP to this third party, and you're going to trust that they're going to give you a T-bill token, and that they're going to pay you the 4.5% or whatever that treasury bill's paying. But folks really need to understand this because everybody and their brother wants to get passive income and wants to be able to stake their assets without selling them. But you have to understand that there's no technical function for staking on the XRP ledger. So the proper term that they should be using is loan. Loan us your XRP. We'll give you T-bill tokens and 4.5%. Now, raise your hand if that's a deal that you're interested in, because I don't think that many people are going to be interested in that deal. For one, if I'm going to give my XRP up, it's going to have to be a very legitimate institution, and I'm going to want to see that that yield's going to be sustainable. The problem with 4 and 5%, like I said, is you're barely beating inflation. So that's not an exciting opportunity to me. But an ability to generate yield that's, between 5 and 10%, that would be kind of my sweet spot that I'm going to be looking for when it comes to staking. But please understand that I've already built out my due diligence checklist for all of these DeFi platforms. Whether it's staking, whether they come up with a different term, you're loaning your XRP to somebody else in anticipation of profits coming back your way. So they better be registered with you-know-who. They better be, within compliance here. And obviously this group's out of South Korea. So the SEC equivalent in South Korea is who they're going to be, have to be working with, unless the laws in South Korea say that staking's not a security. That's what they're trying to do here in the United States, though, right? So we'll see how this goes. It's exciting to see more real-world assets coming to the XRP ledger, but just be ready to conduct some serious due diligence and understand where that yield is coming from, and understand these terms. Like staking, there is no such thing on the XRP ledger. So call it what it is. It's loaning, and that's fine, but just be upfront. I don't really like the fact that they use the term staking in this regard, but that's going to be going live December 19th for those that are looking to get access. The first ever US Treasury bill launched on the XRP ledger. Looks good. Enhanced reliability with custody wallet based on virtual asset service provider license. So it looks like they're legit. Looks like they got a deal going. I'm not going to be interested in that one, but I'd love to see more real world assets come into the XRP ledger. More meme coins, more real world assets, bring it all. Here's Gearin Labs. Remember when XRP was just seen as a remittance token? Well, times have sure changed. Now we have DeFi that's getting built out and expanding. NFTs, stablecoins, and real world asset tokenization are all headed for the XRP ledger by 2025. Calling it just payments will be like calling the internet just email. And this is what's so exciting. I think many people didn't understand this over the past couple years, is that there was nothing that you could do with your XRP. That's all changing. And now let's get to the XRP face melting math, what you all came here for. I wanted to share this tweet here. This guy's actually been putting out some good XRP content. Armando Pantoja. Let's clear the air on XRP math. First off, saying XRP can only reach $36 by hitting Bitcoin market cap today is short-sighted. Markets evolve. 25% annual growth in 12 years, or by 12 years, equals $523. Add in inflation, $746. And if we're going to add in inflation, I mean, you could run with conservative assumptions on that. You could run with some more steeper assumptions on inflation. I'm of the opinion that inflation's coming back. It's going to come roaring back. Long-term adoption plus macro growth makes $1,000 XRP possible. Now, before we get to the 1,000 XRP, I just want to focus on this right here because there's a lot of people in this space that don't even think it's possible for us to go to $36. And I'm not saying that we're going to $36 this bull run. I'm just of the opinion that we eventually do end up flipping Bitcoin down the road. You have the store of value with XRP with I mean, there is no utility on Bitcoin, and there's exponentially expanding utility growing on the XRP ledger. Now, as far as the math to get there, you need way less inflows than the $2 trillion market cap that Bitcoin's trading at right now. You do not need $2 trillion of net inflows into XRP to see XRP go to a true $2 trillion market cap. It's a much bigger market cap multiplier should be applied. And for those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, I talked about this in a separate video. I'm not going to break it down here once again, but the point being is that it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning that when $1 billion of inflows go into Bitcoin, we see Bitcoin's market cap grow by 5 billion, by 10 billion, maybe in some instances even 20 billion, right? So you're applying a market cap multiplier of 5, 10, or even 20x or more, depending on basically the facts and the circumstances around that asset are going to determine the market cap multiplier. So we don't need a $2 trillion to come into the XRP ledger to see XRP go to a $2 trillion market cap. You need to understand that. But folks are looking at this and they're saying that there's no way XRP could go to that level. There's no way that much is going to come in. Well, that much doesn't need to come in. That's the first fault in their argument. And the next point is that there is that much money coming in, right? We've talked again and again about our existing financial system, how much money flows through it. But in this new financial system, it's going to be even moving faster, more liquidity. And so we expect these numbers to actually grow, especially with, just look at what we covered, more access to tokenized treasuries and real world assets coming to these ledgers. There's going to be more liquidity for these normally more illiquid and inaccessible assets like private equity that now end up getting tokenized down the road and made much more accessible, right? Much more accessible. So guys, with that being said, I think that we're looking at some face melting moves coming up here on XRP just within the next month. We're talking about going to all-time highs, price breakout to maybe $7 or $8 potentially there. As I covered in the update last night, it looks like if we follow the 2017 fractal, we consolidate then for a part of next year before we finish that bull run later next fall. So that's kind of how I'm looking and watching to see if we continue to follow this 2017 fractal. It's looking good as far as us heading towards that $20 price target. But for right now, I think that people are going to be losing their minds and we're going to see some face melting just on XRP breaking out to all-time highs. CNBC is going to have to come back and report on how we were confused about whether XRP was going to continue going up or down, but now it's gone up, and now it's flipped Ethereum, and now it's got the attention of the entire world as they've defeated the SEC, and now they're right behind Bitcoin, basically running the bull run right alongside Bitcoin there. This is an exciting time to be in our space, and if you guys appreciate the content that I'm putting out on a daily basis, please just make sure that you are liking our videos, helping us out by sharing it out far and wide. All of our community resources are available at zachrector.com, and I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.